Do you want to bake bread at home but don't know where to start? Don't worry, you don't need fancy equipment or years of experience. In this video, I'll guide you through the basic principles of bread baking step by step so you can make your first delicious loaf right in your kitchen. Bread is made from just 4 essential ingredients: flour, water, yeast, and salt. Flour gives the bread structure. Water hydrates the flour and activates the yeast. Yeast produces gas that makes the bread rise, and salt strengthens the dough and balances the flavor. You can add extras like sugar, butter, milk, or eggs to enrich the bread, but remember, at its heart, bread is beautifully simple. Next, we mix the ingredients together. This is when gluten forms. Gluten is a network of proteins that gives bread its strength and chewiness. Without it, bread would collapse like a pancake. You can develop gluten by kneading the dough for about 10 minutes, or by using an easier method called stretch and fold over an hour. Both ways create a dough that is smooth, elastic, and strong. Once the dough is mixed, it needs to rest and rise. This is called bulk fermentation. During this time, the yeast feeds on sugars and releases carbon dioxide, which makes the dough double in size. This step usually takes 1 to 2 hours, depending on room temperature. In warmer climates, it may rise much faster, so keep an eye on it. After the first rise, gently punch down the dough to release excess gas, then shape it. Shaping creates surface tension, which helps the bread rise upward instead of spreading flat. Next comes proofing, the final rise before baking. At this stage, the dough should feel airy and spring back slowly when poked. If it springs back too quickly, it's underproofed. If it collapses, it's overproofed. Now it's time for the magic, baking. When the dough hits the hot oven, it gets one last burst of energy from the yeast, called oven spring. Steam in the oven keeps the crust thin while the inside expands. After about 40 minutes, the crust turns golden brown, the gluten sets, and the starches inside fully cook. The bread is done when it sounds hollow when tapped on the bottom, or when it reaches about 96 degrees Celsius inside. Here's the hardest part, waiting. Fresh bread smells amazing, but cutting too soon will leave you with a gummy texture. Cooling allows the crumb to finish setting and moisture to redistribute. Wait at least 1 hour before slicing. Your patience will be rewarded with a perfect loaf. So let's recap. Bread baking is about balance. Ingredients, gluten development, fermentation, proofing, baking, and cooling. Once you understand these principles, you can bake anything, from rustic sourdough to soft sandwich bread. Start simple. Don't worry about perfection. Every loaf is a lesson, and every attempt brings you closer to that warm, golden, homemade bread. Now that you know the basics, it's time to get your hands in some flour and try it yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who loves bread. Happy baking!